Y'all ready? I want to thank each and every one of y'all for tapping into the United We Fly Family 930 Boys Alarm Clock of Greatness with your KC fam who Moon Rock Focus, Mr. Motivation every day, Mr. Inspiration all the time, and positive and great vibes for life. Absolutely. I got the divine goddess. My moderator is in the building. Let it be known as you share this live. The divine goddess, my moderator, Renika Rain, is in the building. So we won't have anything up in here but what? Positive vibes only. Positive vibes only. We're going to have this conversation today. It's Time Tuesday. It is Time Tuesday. Think about what you are doing with your time. We had a conversation last week that I was more focused on, getting you to focus on what you're doing with your God-given time. If you pray, you're spiritual, religious, you got to understand that giving thanks to the Most High is thanking Him for giving you the time to be here, the breath of life. It doesn't come from man. It doesn't come from your job. It doesn't come from your baby daddy. It doesn't come from your baby mama. It doesn't come from that lady that got that BBL that got you oh so pee whooped. It doesn't come from that brother that got them fat pockets that got you materialistically whooped out here. That's not where life comes from. Life comes from the Most High. He grants you with a grand, great rising. Let's be thankful for that. Let's be thankful for that. Thank you so much for the gifts. That's that positivity that I'm talking about. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I want you to focus now on the time. Thank you so much for tapping in, V. You are greatness. You are greatness. You are greatness. And I am following each and every one of you that are interactive. I am following you. I need you to go ahead and focus on all the things that are going on as far as politics, as far as how we move in relationships with our family members and our friends and just everything. I don't feel like we're taking the time to get it for ourselves. When I was in church, when my mom would take me to church back in the day, we would listen to what the pastor taught us, but my mom always set me and my older brother down to take the time to get it for ourselves. A lot of times when you're sitting listening to motivational speakers, preachers, or different people like that, you're taking everything that they say in the way that they gave it to you. You were made in God's unique like being. So the way that you receive things, each one of us receive things in a different way. Just like you give your unique love in a unique way. That's why that man is so in love with you, because you have that unique smile, the unique way that you stand while you cooking and standing on your pinky toe, that unique dimple that you have in your chin or only on the right side of your cheek, or the way that that brother that you in love with, he walks up to the house with his bow-leggedness, the way he carries himself, the way his pecs are, all this different uniqueness. So we have to understand that in full circle. When we're going through things like we're going on this earth, there's a way that it needs to be given to you so that you can receive it. So the way that you act, the actions that you have in that situation are of a god or a goddess. Nothing less than that. The programming has taught us, has treated us all as if we are the same. Everyone is taught to treat their time the same way. Get up, go to work, be stressed out, be miserable, all because of bills, all because of this man-made thing. When you start going to school, they give you 8 hours. They tell you when to eat lunch, all these different things that we need to unlearn because we all don't receive and give in the same way. Nowhere can you go that you are motivated and inspired to move within your God mode, within your goddess mode. Nowhere do you see that masterfully. You will see that a lot here. You will see that a lot here as you tap in and you subscribe and you become a part of this channel. You become a part of this family. For the ones out here that have been looking for their people, we are your people. Do you see it? As my sister, what's up with it? You said, be creative. We are creators. There's a lot of people that look into my show and they're like, hey, you say the 9:30 boys. Why don't you come on at 9:30? Because I am not moving on human time. 9:30 is not a number of what human time is to me. 9:30 is an angel number that means creator. I am a creator. You will notice as you tap into my lives, I have topics and my conversation is nothing like you ever heard. I am unique. I am giving thanks and showing the gratitude for the Most High blessing me to be unique. You are unique. Stop being what they told you to be. Stop acting. We are acting. We are playing a role of that they gave us, not what God made us. So when we think about the things that are going on politically out here, when you look inside of the comments, when different people talk about situations that are going on, different laws that are being passed, you see so many opinions. You see so many opinions. Oh, of course, every day. Oh, Dixon just has a birthday every day. He's 10. Hey, happy birthday to you, Dixon. Oh, I forgot we was on late last night, so you did tap in last night. Let's everybody shout out happy birthday to Dixon. He has turned 10. Most definitely, we got to show love to the young life always, every day, all the time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. We are happy that you've been blessed with life, Dixon, and we are happy that you are here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But as we think about Tom, hey, well, you know, we're going to give it to him anyway. Hey, he may need that. Yeah, Dixon been having a birthday for a week. I thought I was the only one. But, hey, we should be – hey, Dixon is being thankful for being birthed every single day. Dixon just helped me change my way of thinking. Why should I have to wait till my birthday to be thankful for being born? I thank you for that, Dixon. We choose that to wait once a year to be thankful for having life and our friends and our family coming around and say that technically Dixon is right. So Dixon, you keep going and getting in here. You keep going on. It's a glitch to get your live flag. Oh, it's a glitch. Okay, the moderator is on it. But you see how we whip that positive sauce and we turn this glitch into some greatness? And there's so many of us in here right now that's probably like, man, I never thought about it like that. My family and my friends and my loved ones only take the time to celebrate me being here once a year. Look how much happier we will be if we celebrated and loved the fact that each and every one of us is here and was born to be right here every single day. How would that change our mood? See, that's a whole nother topic. Thank you, Dixon. Thank you, TikTok glitch. Whatever it is, I told you, y'all ain't never seen nothing like this right here. This is that Moon Rock Focus type time right here. Thank you for that love. Thank you for that love. As you continue to tap in with positive vibes only, positive vibes only. Over here on YouTube, thank you for tapping in with the positive vibes only. When you see me put my hand up, YouTube, it's not over here, but it's over here on TikTok. It's actually part of the green screen effect that I'm using right now on TikTok. And when I put my hand up, it says positive vibes only. So every time you see me throw my hand up over here on YouTube, you need to understand that we will dwell in nothing but positive vibes only. But getting back to this conversation about time, and us not taking the time to understand what's going on with our government, because we, the people, have the power. It's so many of us that don't speak from a place of understanding that we have the power. We continuously give the power to the lower. We give the power to the negativity. We give the power to the misery. We give the power to the stress. We give the power to the pain. We don't give the power to the growth. We don't give the power to the lesson being learned. We don't give the power to being big enough to hold yourself accountable. It's so many people that don't want to hold themselves accountable. Do you know how strong and how great a person you have to be to hold yourself accountable? We got blessings from Philly in the building. Thank you for tapping in. And I guess I got to go ahead and do it. And be true to my bet that I had with my sister that's in here, Forever Renee, and she done brought some of her Philly people in here. Yeah, you already know, my brother. We got to sing it. Fly, eagles, fly. Fly, eagles, fly. For y'all that don't know, I am a very, 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 very Chiefs fan. I was born and raised in Kansas City, Missouri on 51st and Swope Parkway, and I love my city. I love my city. I love my city. So I'm not just a Chiefs fan just because of what they've been doing in the NFL. I'm a Chiefs fan because I understand what they bring to Kansas City. When we get to the championship, the unity, you have brothers on the blue team wearing red. It was so much unity. The violence is lower, all those different things. But I do got to salute the Philly Nation. Y'all did that. And I'm going to sing it one more time. Fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. Y'all got a couple of more 100 days of hearing me singing that. But I want you to know, when the Chiefs win this next Super Bowl, I'm going to need y'all to be singing our song. You see what I'm talking about? But back to the time. And like I said, the motivation and inspiration of this show, it comes from me looking at different shows, and they talk on different activities and situations that are going on in our government. And I always like to scroll through the comments. And the comments is showing me that we're not taking the time to get that knowledge for ourselves. We're not taking the time to get it for ourselves. We're just taking the words that we are hearing and the way that it is given to us, and it's got us moving as a people. We're moving out here very sloppily because you're not taking the time to read. We're not taking the time to read the laws that are going into effect. We're not taking the time to read everything that has to do with the jobs that are being taken away. That's through the government and different things like this. We're not. All the comments are based on opinion. We have to get out of opinion. There is nothing wrong with you having an opinion, but I need you to understand there is something that will always be above opinion, and that is the truth. See, opinions come from situations you've been through. We've all been through so many situations alike, but the way we went through that situation and we handled that situation within your creative self, you come up with an opinion on that situation. But there's always a truth. There's a line of truth that should guide even our opinions to pointing others in the direction of greatness. We're not taking the time to sit down and read your man. To the ladies out here, are you taking the time to read how a man reacts? Are you taking all your time to try to think like a man and be a man? That's where you fall off. You are not a man. You can never think like a man or be like a man. All you can do is dress like a man. Learn your man. Learn man. I know there's a lot of single goddesses out here that say they didn't have a father. You had an uncle, you got a brother, you had a homie at school. There's enough man energy out here for you to be able to learn man. Learn man. Stop listening to the housewives of Springfield on how to treat your man. Stop listening to a miserable person, a miserable woman, whether it be your mama, your auntie. Remember, we are grown here. I give it to you raw. It's about self-accountability. A lot of the ways that we are treating one another are learned traits. And us as parents need to understand that our young life learned these things from looking at us when we thought they were not looking. From hearing us cuss out baby daddy and baby mama on the phone when we thought they were not listening. From listening to us talk bad about our moms and our fathers and our aunties and our uncles and our cousins. This is where they learned that from. So we need to understand, for generations and generations and generations and generations, we have not been moving in a knowledgeable way. We have been moving in a trained way. We move how we are trained by our education, by what we watch on TV. It starts at home first. Say that. I was in a home to where my mom only allowed us to have one TV, and that TV was in the living room. No rooms had TVs, anything like that. There was a certain amount of time that we watched TV. Come on now. A lot of people's like, well, I don't agree with that. Well, there was reasoning behind that. My mom, with my dad, with the job he had, he was always on the road all the time. My mom would not allow TV and anything else to be more effective in my life than the great tools of living in God mode that she was giving me. I don't want my child to be so distracted by the TV and the radio and the things of programming that what I say goes in one ear and out the other. How many of us have heard that? Goes in one ear and out the other. My mom used to always tell me about going to bed with the gimmies and waking up with the wants. And it took me for so many years to understand that my mom was telling me I don't have a need. A lot of the things that our parents did for us that we like, oh, mom was hard on us. My guardian was hard on me. They were hard on you for one, because you are built for it. And they knew what you were going to face when you got out into this programmed world. Some of you guys like to call it the matrix. Some people like to call it the system. It's all in the same. There is nothing new under the sun. How many of y'all have heard that? So when you think about, thank you for the double tapping the screen, double tap the screen, double tap the screen, double tap the screen. Absolutely. Absolutely. When you think about there's nothing new under the sun, I need my goddesses and my brothers out here to stop dogging on the goddesses and the gods out here. Because there's always been a man that out here that's failing with being a man way back in the day. There's always been a less of a woman that just want to hoe and tramp it out. Way back in the day. There is nothing new under the sun. There is nothing new under the sun. I thank you so much, Mio. Thank you, or Mayo. Let me follow you. I thank you so much for that. I thank you so much for them beautiful words. Y'all know it's positive vibes only up in here. So I'm giving you these different visuals so you can really get your mind on getting what I'm talking about, but receiving it for yourself. Get it for yourself. What is this young man? What is Unc talking about when he's talking about taking time to get it for myself? You can't continuously having someone else get it for you and give it to you. Learn how to go grocery shopping for yourself. It will be a time that you're by yourself. Learn how to be with yourself. Learn how to speak to yourself. You should even laugh at your own jokes. Learn that you are so much greatness that there is not a definite need of you being in a relationship in order to be out here. So many of you are lonely because you have not taken the time to get it for yourself, that you are worthy of taking yourself on a date. You are worthy of feeding yourself healthy food. You are worthy of all these things. And that also allows us as a people to take the pressure off of the ones that choose to give, and constantly try to motivate you and inspire you to get to where you are getting it for yourself. For the ones that are choosing to be spiritual and the ones that are choosing to be religious, did you get it for yourself? Are you understanding why you're wearing those beads around your stomach for yourself? Or do you wake up every day and go tap into someone else to tell you what they did for their self? Ask yourself those questions. If there's something that you are creating, if you are a musician and this and that, I don't do a lot of listening to the radio when I get into the mode to where I want to write music. Because I don't want to be so controlled. I don't want my mind to be so full of what I've heard. I want to create something that's unique. I want to bring something in a new perspective to the music realm. So I got to get it for myself. I got to let that beat get into me and move me for what it does for self. Oh man, the more love we get, the trolls got to come too. And the ones that get belligerent, we're just going to block them. But I love you trolls too. You got to understand, they didn't have a parent. They didn't have someone around them that taught them to love theirself. When they troll, they're around people that give them love for trolling. When you go to the hood and the trap right now, there are so many brothers that are not ironing, sharpening, ironing. They're testing their brother in the wrong way. They're trolling one another. This is something that the new generation is doing, and they see. When I look at trolling to me is the equivalent of us 70s babies having a crack session. are talking about one another, going back, but not trying it to be in a way that I'm hurting you. I'm letting you know that you're built for it. Don't get mad. You steal my dog. I just had to let you know them skinny jeans. Them skinny jeans ain't it. They gonna troll that. And most people that troll, they troll the unknown more than the known. They're not going to go in another troll's lobby. They're going to come in a lobby that there are no trolls, so they can feel like they are running the party. They want to feel like they are the limelight is on them, until they run over here to the United We Fly family, and we kill all that with what? Positive vibes only and love. Love kills anything. Love unalives all of that. But what we won't do is continue to be disrespectful. And I say that to the single parents out here that allow your child to troll you. There's a way. Learn your child. Each child is different. Discipline is a must. Don't let them step on you. Don't let them troll you. You put them in a place, and you do that respectably, because that is teaching them also to always be respectful in whatever way you move. If somebody was to troll me outside and offline, there's a respectable way I can move, because I respect myself first. I took the time to love me. So my reaction is going to be based on me, not them. They should be worried about the fact that I do love me and I took the time to get me for me. I'm not letting them guide how I feel about me. I'm not letting them guide how I should react, because how they react was given to them off of TV, from the radio, from the music, from the this. Just because you're present don't mean you're not absent. Say that. Say that. Just like Prentice. I feel so sorry. I am so apologetic for you to be that type of troll with all these beautiful goddesses out here, and look what you got going on. You see and another thing I like about the trolls that tap in, it gives you a visual of how people are thinking and how people are getting away with operating by wasting their God-given time. Aren't we here talking about time? Look how many people have came in here and wasted their God-given time to troll and trying to put the negative in the limelight. These are the ones that we no longer waste our time trying to wake up. You are old enough to know better. Your mama may not have taught you, but you should know you got to respect a brother. You got to respect a sister. You got to respect the fact that you are blessed with life. You are blessed with life. I'm 49 years old. I was raised, I lived the street life. It's not nothing that nobody's words or actions can do that I'm going to allow to hurt me. Because I got it for myself. I know that God got me. I know that the Most High is going to protect me. And then even in my flesh, I know that there are laws that allow me to protect myself. I understand when it's time for pew, pew, pew. I've taken the time to understand those laws. So many of you guys out here that go to church, your pastor has never told you to go get your concealed and carry. He tells you to pray. When the evil attacks and tries to break into your crib and all the different violent things that are going on, he's telling you to get on your knees and pray. He's not telling you to take the time to get it for yourself, to understand the laws of this land and also how you operate in the physical and the spiritual. So that's why I urge a lot of y'all to stop showing love to these fake prophets. And I apologize if it's your mother, your daddy, and all that type stuff. I apologize to you, but they need to hold themselves accountable for not taking the time to get it for themselves. Another big distraction is the money. The money. Look how money has us blowing all our time that we should be spending with our family and our loved ones and our men and our women and our uncles and our aunties, everybody, the whole village. Money, 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 money. Everybody right now has to look at a schedule that they put you on. They put you on their time, but God is the one that gives us time. God is the one that blessed us with this breath of life, that blessed us to be here. But they said they don't want you on God time. I want you on do what I want you to do time. I want you to go work this many hours. I want you to work so much that you are beyond distracted from understanding that you are more than just human, that you don't even believe that you are more than human. You don't believe that there's a higher being that has blessed you with this life. Come on. Oh, my brother, you said that the other day, and I got to say that. Prophets are chosen. They don't have to go to school to do it. Why do pastors got to go to school? Because they got to get put on human time. Why do we spend so much time in school? So you can be more programmed about using your time to do what they want you to do with it. Because we are changed for the land we live on and air we breathe. Absolutely you. The time. You brothers, are you taking the time to understand, understand, and overstand the woman species, the goddess, the greatest blessing that has been given to you other than being blessed with life? Have you taken the time to get it for yourself? Your dad or whoever was an example in your life may not have been a great man. Did you take the time to get it how you should properly treat a woman, the mothers, the aunties, the nieces, all the women out here, all the great titles that they carry, on top of one of the greatest titles of being a goddess? Did you take the time to get it for yourself? Evidently not, because everywhere you go online, what do we see? All the miserable brothers. All the miserable brothers that are applying pressure on the lost ladies out here. I got this money for you. I ain't got no love for you. I don't want no love. I just want all them actions that you should perform with me out of love. I want you to perform it because I got the bag. I need you goddesses to look at them brothers and see that they're wasting their time and they haven't taken the time to love you. They haven't taken the time. That brother hasn't taken the time to want to love you, to understand, understand, and overstand you. No one can tap into any one of my lives and say, not me. No one can tap into any one of these lives and say, hey, I didn't get something that I can take away from it. Because even while I'm talking to myself also. I was caught up in that realm of Too Short days. And y'all know what Too Short is popular for, saying that B word. Tennessee Valley girl is in the house. Thank you for tapping in. You are greatness goddess. We got Tennessee is in the building. I was so caught up in the music back then that I thought it was cool to call all women that B word because I didn't take the time. I didn't take the time to understand and overstand the fact that the programmer is putting me against the greatest blessing in my life. It's got me thinking and speaking to a goddess in such a lower negative way. I got to hold myself accountable. I can't continue to do that as I grow older. As I grow older and I take the time to understand where we are, and I take the time to understand that so many people make different choices, that I've wasted so much time knowing the difference between a woman and a bee, a real woman and a hoe, a real woman and a thought. The goddess is the same way. You've been so putting all your time into what the TV and what music shows you that you don't know the difference between a real man and one of these fake ones. You don't know. You don't even fathom that it exists. In your mind, it's all you think that men are tricks and men are no good and men are this and men are that. And the men, you think that all women are bees and all women are gold diggers. That's a lie. That's a lie that you told yourself. We understand for generations we've been lied to, but we're not going to, as an adult, stop blaming it on your parents. Because now that you have kids, you need to start tweaking the things that you learned You got to recognize the sign of times also. The sign of times also. We're not taking the time to do that also. And as I move over to another topic of having a business and the LLC and things like that, so many people that's in my age demographic don't take the time to get it for themselves, that on the corner is not where you move your product anymore. It's online. It's all about the TikToks. It's all about the Instagrams. There's no reason we should be using these platforms to break up homes. To break up homes. You can feed your family and not have to leave your house. You don't have to have a laptop. You don't have to have a computer. You have one right now, your phone. Your phone. But you haven't taken the time to get it for yourself. You have a God-given gift, and you have all these resources to shine a bright light to the world on yourself, but you haven't taken the time to get it for yourself. One thing about my shows is I am not about promoting separating ourselves as family members, as gods and goddesses, as family and friends, separating us any more than we're already separated. We are so much alike in the flesh, but we are so unique in the God mode, in the goddess mode. So we need to take the time to stop being so engulfed in man-made, to the point that we don't know how to navigate man-made with the God mode. The God mode is what controls it, should control the vessel, but you haven't taken the time to reach out for that knowledge. You're listening to your pastor. You're listening to this politician. You're listening to this person. Most of everybody that we are trained to listen to, we only listen to them because they have money. I don't want to see your bank account. I want to feel your love account. How many agree with me on that? Double tap that screen. Let's get some hearts going up over here on TikTok. We always trust somebody with all the money. Oh, they made the money. They made the money. But where is their love bank account sitting at? Have you taken the time to think about where your love bank account is at? Or are you so caught up in your bank account being empty? Or your bank account not being on the level that you feel it to be? All these things that you worry about in the flesh, if you tapped into your God mode, there will be no stress. There will be no worries. The Most High did not teach you to swim to let you drown. You have a purpose. You are here for a reason. You are here for a reason. Please believe that. Please understand that. Taking the time to get it for yourself. Get the knowledge for yourself. They trust them because they look good. People, look good people because they can make every wrong they do disappear. And that's what we're caught up in. Oh, they got the bag. They got the this. She got the bag. So let me go listen to that. Who says that those blessings came from the same being or entity that you pray to? There is good and evil. Some people are praying to the Most High in the evil realm. Others are praying to the Most High in the positive, in the great vibe realm. But we as a people, we have impressed the ones that are in the limelight and that speak to us and that are supposed to guide us, to inspire and motivate us to take the time to get it for ourselves, understanding that we are unique. Oh yeah, you're going to be busy. And that's also a compliment to what we're doing. When greatness is shining like it is, where do you think you get energy vampired for? I want you to take the time and really listen to me. When you are rocking in your greatness, that's when that man calls you that had no love for you. Have you noticed that? When you begin to shine in your life and you begin to take the time to spend more time with your kids, more time with your loved ones, the ones that were negative in your life, they need that energy because you are no longer allowing them to take away from your time by being around them, wanting you to be less of what you are so they can energy vampire you. So when they get on TikTok and all this greatness is pumping through that mainframe, pumping through that server, they're like, oh my goodness. We need to go get some of that energy. We need to power up because there's nothing sustaining. There's no longevity in that negativity that they are being caught up in. They're not. So we need to realize that when they come over here and try to energy vampire us, our light is shining. An energy source like never before that is founded in love has popped up on the grid across the whole world. We got KC in the building. We got Georgia in the building. We got Tennessee in the building. We got Russia in the building. We got so many family members across this whole entire globe that are tapped in and pumping this energy reactor with love. They're always going to come. They're going to come and test you. They're going to come and test you. We everywhere. They're never there. Say that. I got to pin that in the comments. We everywhere. They are never there. The only time they are there is when you put yourself in their presence. You put yourself in their presence and you let them take away from your God-given time. Let's double tap that screen. I see 6,000 likes. Let's get it up over here on TikTok. Time. I want each and every one of you to think, am I taking the time to get it for myself? When I comment, when I say something, when someone says something about politics, did I take the time to get it for myself, or did I get this from a blogger? Did I get this from TV? Did I get this from music? Did I take the time to read and go and get it for myself? Am I giving a comment that is based on truth of me taking the time to get it for myself? Am I reprimanding my child from me taking the time to understand the young life and me understand how I was raised, the good and the bad? Have I taken the time to get there so that I can reprimand them in a way to where they will receive it, to where it will not go in one ear and out the other? Have I taken the time to understand that man energy, that man, that warrior? Or have I always wasted my time seeing man as thug and gangster and this and that? Have I taken the time to understand that that is a God, that is a warrior, that is a being that was made in God's unique like being? Have I taken the time for me to understand that we have all been given a list that I call a voluntary slave ship rider list? That's a list of all them jobs that you got to go to, that you got to cut your hair. You can't be you at work. You got to dress a certain kind of way so man feels you're worthy of carrying their job or being seen at that workplace. We so caught up in that. It's time that we put our time into understanding that we are greater than man will ever let you know. Man will waste your time, have you climbing up the ladder, have you going to college until you're 190 years old, have you a lifetime stripper, lifetime thought, lifetime trick, lifetime sucker, lifetime lame, because I don't do no tit for tat. I'm talking to the men and the women out here that continuously waste their God-given time not wanting to get it for theirself. Take the time to get it for you so you can really be loving your love life, so you can really understand passion and romance, and it doesn't have to come just on Valentine's Day. Take the time to understand that you are so blessed to be here every single day, that it makes no sense, that it took a glitch on TikTok for us to understand that we need to celebrate the time that we are here every single day. Celebrate the fact that we were birthed here every single day. Us as adults, us as everyone. It should not be in the system that we only celebrate once a year that we are here. Having a great day, my brother. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you. Time. I feel like it's a brother in here that's having problems with a woman that he loves so much. My brother, I want to ask you, have you taken the time to know you? Have you taken the time to get to know you? Have you taken the time to listen to the words that you speak, the actions that you carry yourself, the way you carry yourself in? Have you taken the time to hold yourself accountable, or are you blaming everything on that goddess? And vice versa. I feel like there is a single goddess in this building that is having a problem with where she's putting her love at. Have you taken the time to love you for you, goddess? Have you taken the time to understand how great you are, how worthy you are, and understanding that you got more of a purpose than acting like you out here just to be caught up in the boom boom room? It is so easy to do the opposite of greatness. It's so easy to blame someone else. It's so easy. Accountability is too much pressure. Say that, you. Accountability is too much pressure. But it's time that we take the time to hold ourselves accountable. If you love your young life, hold yourself accountable. Take that time. Take that time. Come on now. Take that time. If you love the young life, for the ones that are sitting here and say, oh, not me, not me, not me, not me. Oh, it's you too. Just because you wasn't blessed to have young life don't mean you have a stake in this love bank account. Yes, you do. You aunties out here and you uncles, take the time to love on your nieces and nephews. Because if you've taken the time to understand love and life, and you've taken the time to really see into the household that your niece or nephew is in, you will see that they're not being loved correctly. I'm not telling you to go over there and tell nobody how to raise their kids, but you take this God-given time to love on them as much as you can. As much as you can. Take some time off that job, not just to go to Jamaica, but take some time off that job to go get your nieces and nephews and turn up with them with love. Uncles, you do the same thing. Go get your nieces and nephews. Just because you don't have any young life that is yours, don't act like they're not yours, and that you should not take the time to love on them. We talked about income tax yesterday. Do you have a plan? How many of y'all, can I get a show of hands by double tapping the screen? How many of y'all tapped into the show? And how many of y'all didn't have to tap into the show to be motivated and inspired to create a plan on what you gonna do with your income tax money? Because a lot of y'all is gonna waste time. You don't wasted time by listening to your energy vampire homegirl. You don't wasted time by being caught up in how your family doing income tax. Everybody end up with a whole bunch of almost broken down Tahoes with temp tags on them. But you ain't taking the time to get to see, to be able to know and understand. You ain't even taking the time to give thanks that the Most High will protect you from things like this. You won't take the time. You're going to blow that income tax money, and then you're going to waste everybody else's that love you's time on hearing you being miserable. I need to let you know I don't have an ear for that. I don't have an ear for that. I'm no longer listening to misery and stress and all that. Do you have a solution in mind? Have you taken the time to want to reach? Do you want to take the time? Do you want to take the time to reach a solution? There's no way I can cry with you and be so down and out that I want you sitting on my couch complaining about one woman. Like there aren't many goddesses out here. See, some of y'all are so comfortable with the convenience that someone is cool with you wasting your God-given time. That's why you can't break away from that relationship. You can't break away from that man. You can't break away from that woman because y'all enjoy wasting God-given time together. That's why that boom boom room time is not sustaining. That's why you got that eye. You're looking at other women. You're looking at other men. It's not that you're looking at them. Your God mode is feeling that great energy off other men and women that you don't feel off of your man or your woman at home. You're too caught up in the fleshly things because all you've done with your time is be caught up in the programming that comes from the flesh, not from God. See what I'm talking about? And we are wasting so much of our time because so many of us are down and out and depressed instead of up and ready to get to it. Having a grand rising, just to say grand rising in some of the lobbies and lives that I tap into, they don't even know how to react. They don't know how to react. If someone tells you grand rising, that sounds greatness to me. How do you react to greatness? I've been out in public and I would compliment a goddess and I would use goddess and they would look at me like they would rather me have complimented them and ended up with the B word. You want me to talk to you like you're a thought. You want me to address you like you're less than. I cannot do that. No longer can I do that because I've taken the time to understand the blessing of being here and being made in God's unique like me. God assists the same way. The way you talk to the brothers, the words that you got the brothers out here thinking is pressure. When I hear somebody call themselves a gangster, ain't no pressure in that. You ain't did nothing gangster to the enemy. You only gangster to your own. All the time you spend is tearing down a place that's already tore down. And then you got a woman that'll come over here and agree with the wasting of the time that we waste in our hood. It's so many of y'all that got these great jobs, these great financial statuses, and you are in great positions of power, and you waste God's blessing that puts you there. Because without the blessing of life, you wouldn't be there. You find so many excuses to be lonely, and you got it. Go get your man. He may not make as much as you, but you got it to give. And that's why I said it's time for each and every one of us to go check the ones we look at, the ones that we say inspire us. If it's a show that you can be interactive in, ask them not to show you their bank account, but reveal to me your love account. Because if your love account does not overrun it, if it's not in abundance, if it's not longer than a Google, and I'm not talking about looking up on Google, I'm talking about the number of Google. If it's not beyond the billions and the trillions, I cannot be in touch with you. It's that simple. You don't have to be caught up in church. You don't have to be caught up in spirituality. This is how we all should move. Let's take the time to get the mindset to where we get to the point to where we no longer have so many separations from man-given things to put our time into. As we are distracted and totally forget to put all of our time into giving thanks and having gratitude that the Most High put us here. Let's double tap that screen, double tap that screen. We almost at 7,000 likes over here on TikTok. And y'all already know it's always an honor for each and every one of y'all on TikTok and YouTube to tap into the what? The United We Fly Family 930 Boys Alarm Clock of Greatness with your KC fam, Moon Rock Focus, Mr. Motivation, Mr. Inspiration, Mr. All That in a Bag of Chips. I don't have an ego. I'm a God. God has given me the gift to give the time to you to speak through the gift that he has given to me. I'm not your pastor. I'm not your Messiah. I make mistakes. I'm a Scorpio. To the goddesses, no, I'm not single. No, I'm not. Let me be transparent. But I'm your brother. I can talk to you. I can be there for you. And to the goddesses that got a man, you need to let these brothers know out here that you are their sister. Should no one have so much ownership in you that you act like you cannot show any love to someone of the opposite species? That makes no sense. We have wasted so much time being caught up in them telling us what a relationship should be and how a relationship should go. The uniqueness and all those different things and the things that we put online, that's for your man. That's for your woman. But to the brothers and sisters that you see at work and you see at job, give that goddess a compliment. Let that brother know he's clean today. Motivate and inspire that brother to keep on pushing, to keep on getting. Some of y'all don't want to receive that. You so in love with this lower level thinking man that you can't even compliment a brother. You so whooped by this lower level thinking woman that you think you can't compliment another goddess. Well, you better get your time right. because tomorrow is promised to no one. I want to thank each and every one of y'all. Y'all been so supportive of the channel. I want you guys, I keep asking y'all, I'm not going to beg you. I'm not going to plead. I'm just going to ask you. If you over here on TikTok, I need you to go ahead and hit that link in the bio and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Why? Because I believe in you. I believe you can fly. I've said it before. Can any one of us in here imagine being born a bird and never being told, never being motivated, never being inspired to spread your wings and fly? That's how I look at us. I can't look at us like that no more, because I know you can fly. I know I can fly. I know that you are greatness. I know that you are a creator. I know you got something to bring to the table that's edible, that's universally edible. I know your love bank account overrunning. I know your knowledge bank account overrunning. If there's anything you got for me to help me with the podcast, quit holding on to it. If it's anything that you can give to someone else that has a podcast or is involved in music or trying to get their own LLC or their business, stop gatekeeping. What if the Most High, the one that gives us life, gatekeeped giving you life? You wouldn't be here right now. I know that. If our God that we pray to treated us like we treat one another, none of us would be here. Because we all make excuses to act, to speak, and to be in a way that is less of what we were made. Come on now. I want to thank YouTube over here. The subscribes has been going up. The interactions have been going up. I thank y'all so much, man. Y'all continue to share the live over here on YouTube. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I am new to the community over here on YouTube, but I'm here and I'm not going nowhere. And if you don't know what it is, it's all about me shaking up that negativity algorithm and bringing that positivity back, that true love, that real love, that passion, that greatness. Y'all have a great day over here at YouTube. Make sure y'all share the live. Share the live. And please, if you watch the whole show or a piece of the show, interact in the comments. I do respond. You have a great day over here on YouTube. Y'all stay blessed. Absolutely. Absolutely. To my family over here on TikTok, time. Take the time. Take the time. You never know. You never know when your time is up. You never know when your time is up.